Batman Begins was directed by Christopher Nolan and stars Christian Bale, Katie Holmes, Michael Caine, Liam Neeson, Gary Oldman, and Morgan Freeman. Celebrating Batman Day, I'm reviewing the entire Dark Knight trilogy, this one being Batman Begins. The film was released in 2005 when X-Men and Spider-Man were the only good superhero movies. Both of them were from Marvel. DC was not in the limelight for very much at the time thanks to the hilarious failure known as Batman and Robin. It pretty much came as a shock to people to know that Warner Brothers was thinking of rebooting the character that sunk DC in the first place. Things began pretty well actually when it was announced that Memento director Christopher Nolan was set to helm the film. And the rest is history. Batman Begins was pretty much a masterpiece. It was dark, gritty, brought out your inner fears. For the first time ever, it felt as if it is not ridicule but actual fact. The serious tone of the film added to the depth of the story. So here are the pros of Batman Begins. Number 1. The cast. Christopher Nolan has an amazing ability to scrounge up the best ensemble for his first films. Christian Bale was the absolute perfect choice for Bruce Wayne / Batman. While he wasn't exactly A-list at the time, anyone who had seen American Psycho knew that Bale could tackle a man with an internal struggle. Michael Caine was perfection as Alfred, bringing solid comic relief and providing comfort not just to Bruce Wayne but to the audience as well. Cillian Murphy and Liam Neeson were powerful in their respective villainous roles, and Gary Oldman was absolutely charming in his role as the only good cop in Gotham, Jim Gordon. While I'm not the biggest fan of Katie Holmes and was pleased with her replacement in The Dark Knight, she did do a fine job with the character of Rachel Dawes, but more on that later. Number 2. The setting. While DC Comics technically invented Gotham City as Batman's stomping grounds, Nolan created a magnificent city for audiences to get lost in. The city was menacing and the sets were extravagant, allowing audiences to become completely immersed in Gotham. For me, Gotham City is its own character in this film. Number 3. The costume. Unlike the previous attempts at Batman films, there were no visible nipples on Nolan's costume. What I loved about this film was that it took the time to show us how Bruce Wayne, with the help of Alfred and Lucius Fox, created the outfit. Not like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man origin story where Peter Parker is suddenly just wearing the costume. Nolan allowed us to come along for the journey. Number 4. The real factor. Differing from other superhero films to come out in the past, Batman Begins thrives on its realism. Nothing comes off as cartoony, a very big feat considering you're dealing with a billionaire playboy who fights crime in a bat costume. But shockingly, it works. And not once did it even feel like a comic book movie. Christopher Nolan's Batman films are crime films. Number 5. The heroine. Rachel Dawes is probably my favorite non-superhuman female character in any comic book film. Unlike Mary Jane Watson and Lois Lane, Rachel Dawes doesn't get kidnapped because she's romantically involved with our hero. No, she gets herself in trouble, all on her own. This assistant district attorney isn't afraid to take on the bad guys by herself, and sure, she does find herself in a heap of trouble requiring Batman to rescue her, but I never see her as a damsel in distress because she's more than just a waitress/actress. I find her character to be very similar to Batman himself, just without the utility belt and the muscle. She is passionately fighting for the good of Gotham City. These are just a few of Batman Begins' pros. Watch the film to know more. There is plenty to love about this film. So here are the cons. Number 1. The origin story. While I previously said I love the scenes showing us the creation of Batman's costume, I don't entirely love the origin stories. I find them to be boring and kind of anticlimactic, because we all know how he will eventually become the hero. While I'm fine with this being the start of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman, I just wish it happened a little quicker. It isn't until over an hour into the film that he actually wears the full costume mask included. The first 30 minutes of the film spends a lot of time jumping back and forth between his childhood scenes, and I really loved, and his training in Asia scenes I pretty much loathed. Either way, once that first 30-45 minutes is up, the film had my full attention the entire way through and never let go. Number 2. The fight scenes. While the score for this film is impeccable during the fighting scenes, I would have actually liked to see the fight scenes. The quick cuts were extremely annoying and disappointing. When Batman is standing in between 6 different thugs, I would like to watch him take them all down, not just hear and then see them all unconscious. Thankfully, this improved with The Dark Knight. So at the end of the day, I give Batman Begins an A. It seriously won me over, and I am able to watch this film multiple times in a row without getting bored. So that was my review of Batman Begins. Tell me in the comment section down below what you thought about the film when you first watched it, and did you watch it in a theater or at home? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon with the next review, which is going to be The Dark Knight.